So a couple days back, I was able to find that new Captain Cold figure. He looks really cool. I'm very excited to have found this guy in his kind of classic colors look. Do I think this homeboy is a deluxe figure? No, not by like any means, bro. I guess what qualifies this as like a deluxe is having two extra heads and two extra hands. Because regular DC Multiverse releases, they have like two sets of hands and they have like accessories. It really just feels like there's two extra head sculpts and he like threw it in a deluxe box. And the other head sculpts don't really seem too exciting. I would have been fine with this head sculpt because I'm probably just going to keep that one on there anyways. And something I also kind of noticed is usually with the deluxe ones he has that kind of bigger base to put the card in. I don't usually use them. I don't care for the bases, but if I don't know, this is a deluxe figure, at least throw it in there to make it somewhat worth the price for this. I I don't know. It just for some reason it just doesn't seem like a deluxe to me. It just seems like a regular figure. But with I don't know. With that being said, the figure does look cool. Whatever. Cool on the inside of the box there. You can see there is a lot of good sculpting detail on all of his blue parts of the uniform there, which is really cool. Bruh. On the white parts, there is the... I keep wanting to say cool, and it's not a pun. I swear, bro. So we got this chilling detail on the bottom here. Bruh. This head sculpt looks freezing sick, bro. Okay, whatever. 12 plus. Got the card in the back, two head sculpts, three sets of hands. Got his blaster there. Nothing really much on the side. Number 30. Got a dope shot of Captain Cold in the back there. His name and everything. There he is. I think that's like more or less it for the box. Let's just get the figure outside. So first up here, he comes with this cool collector card that most of them come with. This is got that kind of sick foil look to it on the side there. And on the back there is a brief description of the character. Also comes with the DC Multiverse base. This is the regular one. Like I was saying, doesn't come with the bigger one. Oh, they're faces. I forgot that he does the faces. So it's not like head sculpts. This is my first McFarlane figure to have the swappable faces. Let's see if it works. So here is the figure right outside of the box. And, oh, what the? Keeping his face on there. Let's try out this face feature. I guess that works really well, actually. And this figure having the hood on it, it works really well to hide that feature. So that might be why he decided to go ahead and make this one a deluxe. Because I guess it's a no-brainer to have this character hiding that feature look really well. This head sculpt looks kind of sus. Not sure how I feel about. Oh, kind of like a smirking look for this facial feature expression. A bit more serious look here, and this pretty menacing grin, which I think is the coolest of the best. It's best looking of the three. Before I jump into articulation, I just want to kind of have a close up here of some of the details. There is a lot of good sculpting work going on in this figure. I do enjoy the blue parts. Even on the top of the white here, there is that kind of same design going on. I enjoy the kind of fluff parts on his suit there. Boots got like the tread and stuff. Does this open? It doesn't look like it. I don't think that does. Nope, bruh. I guess it's like the Legends meme where it's like the gun is permanently stuck in the holster. But this one, the holster is like useless because you can't put the gun in it. Which I guess is, I feel like is kind of like a missed opportunity, honestly. With that being said, I just think I'm going to jump into the articulation here. I was already messing around with the head, and I do think there is a good range of motion for it having that hood. There's the head tilt, even with the hood there. The head kind of will looks up, and maybe not too far down. There was the left and right, the arms. Maybe we'll hit about 90 there. There is the upper bicep, double jointed elbows, which still bending pretty good, having all this stuff going on there. There is the wrists, and there is the hinge going on there for the hands. And even the hands there got some cool detail going on as well. Now there is a diaphragm joint here. It'll move back a bit and not really far forward there. There's also the waist, and there is also like a ball joint going on at the bottom there. So he'll go far backwards, but he won't really crunch forwards. There is the leg joints there. It'll kick forward, kick back some, double jointed knees, and the feet will go down some. They'll go up. There is the ankle pivot, and there is toe articulation. Putting this gun in his hand for the first time was low-key kind of annoying, just because the hand's grip on both of these are so tight, and the gun here is kind of gummy. It's not very gummy, but like it definitely was kind of restrictive to get that in his hand. Kind of had to pry the fingers open to get it in there, just because the way the hands are sculpted, they're very small, and the handle of the gun is very thick, and both of the hands don't have any trigger fingers, so I don't know, I guess there's that. For the character's main weapon being a freeze gun, I feel like trigger fingers should have been on here. Because, I don't know, not gonna lie, him holding the gun like that looks kind of, I don't know, inaccurate. Looks kind of wrong. Looks silly. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm vibing with the hands actually holding the gun there. Ain't no way this hand is holding that gun. I guess I haven't really shown off the hands in this video yet, but there is the two open, kind of expressive hands here. There's some good detail on the inside of the gloves, and on the outside got that kind of hexagon vibe going on. I like the kind of armor look on the knuckles there. Two fists with the same detail going on, and yes, two of the weapon holding hands, but they are not designed to hold a gun. Bruh, I can't believe that. That's really silly. But there is slight blue dry brushing over the figure. Hey! But throwing Captain Cold up there, I think I want to do some different size comparisons here. Here is the Injustice 2 Flash figure. Sadly, it's the only DC Multiverse Flash that I have. I'd like to pick up a more comic accurate one, but I do think they still look pretty cool together. Hey! And we got Captain Boomerang there. Got a lot of captains on the Flash's Rogues Gallery. Got another cool villain here. I'm so sorry. I do think Mr. Freeze and Captain Cold actually look really dope next to each other, even though obviously different. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Iceman for a size comparison here. And yeah, the Multiverse ones are just towering legends. This has already been established, but like, damn. And we'll throw in a Joker figure there. Ooh, that head sculpt is banging though. I think that's going to be all for this video. What are your thoughts on this figure? Is he cool enough to be picked up in your collection? I do think the no trigger fingers is actually a wild pull from the McFarlane stuff. Like, that's like his main gimmick is the freeze ray stuff, and he doesn't have trigger fingers, and him just holding that gun there, it looks off. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of like a deal breaker, honestly. Kind of cringe. And the no holster part, like, so the hands don't hold the gun properly, and the gun holster part doesn't actually work. So that's kind of, I feel like, dropped the ball in that area. The face feature I do think is good. I do think overall the sculpt on like most McFarlane figures are really good. And there is the slight blue dry brushing on the front of the figure there. And overall I do think he looks really cool, bruh. And I'm kind of torn. I do like the figure overall, I'll say. And it's just the whole gun stuff is kind of what is a little frustrating with this figure, but I do think I'll still be able to use this figure for different stop motions. It'll be cool too, but I can't. Half of these are like intentional, the other half I like the word cool, and having an ice themed villain, it just, what is Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah, what's going on? Thanks for watching. Figure's really cool.